Hi there, lift leaners. For the next few weeks, whilst we're in lockdown, I thought I would do some Pilates recordings for you. So it's really important that we get a mix of our cardio, the strength, and the kind of flexibility, balance, and stretching side of things as well. So I thought Pilates would be a great addition for you, particularly since times are really quite stressful at the moment. So this will kind of help with your just general well-being as well. So hopefully giving you a little bit of time to just switch off and basically give those muscles a little bit of a break as well. So we're not working them hardcore, we're going to think about what we're actually doing. So I know some of you obviously have done Pilates with me before, but I'm just going to take this back to basics for those of you that haven't. And I'm just going to do kind of 10 minutes each week. So it's not particularly long time. And I just want you just to kind of switch off and forget about everything else that's going on in the world. Okay, so we're going to start the first one. We're going to be lying down on my back. Okay, so I want you to have your feet hip width apart and your heels are kind of almost just below your knees. And we're just going to start with some pelvic tilts. So I just want you to rock back and forth. So you're going to push the back down into the ground and then rock the other way. Okay, so this pubic bone is going up when we're pushing our back down, and then it's going back down the other way when we're lifting and arching through the back. So you're going to exhale as you push down, inhale as you arch the other way. I just want you to do a few of those. This is nice just to mobilise that lower spine, which tends to get a little bit tight, particularly if you're kind of sitting down all day. Okay, so just going to do one more of each. And then just try and find the midpoint between those two extremes, okay? And what we're aiming for is to have that pubic bone and the hip bone, so it's like almost like a triangle. I want that to be nice and flat, so it's parallel to the floor. And then you've probably got a little bit of an arch underneath, okay? So that is your neutral spine, okay? And we're going to do some leg slides. So you're going to start with your right leg, and we're going to open our leg out to the right, okay? So you're going to open it out on an exhale, open it out, and then you're going to lengthen the leg down your mat. You're going to rotate it in, and then slide it back along your mat, okay? So we exhale as we open out and lengthen, and then we inhale as we rotate it in and bring it back along the ground. Try and slide it along the ground. Sorry, the end of my mat gets in the way. And what we're aiming here for is we want to have, when that leg's opening out, this left leg staying where it is, and this side, our sit bone and our bum and everything is staying in place. It's not lifting up. So you don't want to let it flop over so that this kind of almost does that. You want to just be opening it out, keeping control of the pelvis. And to do that, we want to think about our breathing. So we're going to exhale, and as we're exhaling, we're drawing that pelvic floor in. So just gently pulling it up and gently pulling our stomach, our belly button to our spine. Okay, just do the last one here. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. So take it over, out, lengthen in. So this time the right side is staying nice and still. Not letting it move. I often find if you put your hands on your hips, that helps. Try not to have a curly mat. I think is key here as well. So just, really use that exhale to think about drawing up and zipping up is how we normally explain it. So just gently pulling up your pelvic floor, and that then generally activates your abdominals as well. Okay, back into the middle there. And then you put your feet together, and we're just going to do a little bit of what they're called windscreen wipers. So you're going to keep your shoulders on the ground, and you're just going to drop the legs over to one side, and then use the abdominals, bring them back into the middle. Take them over to the other side, and bring them back in. So again, here I want you to think about using that breath. So that exhale, you're drawing everything in, zipping up those jeans as you're bringing those legs back in again. So you're using that strength of your stomach to bring the legs back into the middle. Okay, we're just going to do one more to the other side. And bring it back in. Okay, widen those legs back again. Okay, and then we're going to go into some imprints. Okay, so you have your two different positions. You've got your imprint and your neutral. Your neutral is done when we've got generally both legs down on the ground. Imprint is to protect your spine when we've got both our legs up in the air. Okay, so generally when we're doing lots of kind of flexion work. Okay, so for this one, what you're wanting to do, instead of just drawing the belly in and drawing that belly to the spine, you're actually going to help the spine push down into the mat a little bit. So we're not doing what we were doing with our pelvic tilt, where we're kind of pushing our pubic bone up, and it's kind of quite a significant imprint into the mat. What I want you to think about is just a gentle drawing in of the belly. So you really try and get those really tight jeans on, okay? And you're just gently pushing the back down to touch the ground rather than ramming it down, okay? So you're going to, let's just practice those. So just inhale and then exhale and draw everything in and practice that imprint. So inhale, exhale, imprint. Inhale, exhale, imprint. Okay, and you'll add a leg lift. So you're going to imprint on that exhale and lift a leg at the same time. And then lower it on the inhale and relax the stomach. Exhale, lift the other leg. And inhale, lower it down, relax the stomach. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down, relax. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down, relax. Okay, you're going to add the other leg. So you're going to exhale, lift the first one. Inhale, lift the second one. Exhale, down. Inhale, down. And then relax the stomach. Okay, so I don't want you to relax that stomach whilst these legs are both up in the air. Okay, they both need to, the abdominals really need to be switched on the whole time you're up there. Okay, lovely. We'll do one more. Okay, and then you're going to hold those legs up there. So you're going to draw that belly in, lift those legs into your tabletop. And then we're going to do our windmill again. So I'm going to take it over and bring it back in. So same principle, we're inhaling over, exhale, draw the belly in to bring those legs in. It's going to be harder because you've got more weight to bring in because your feet are not touching the ground. If this is too much, go back to just doing the one up with the feet on the ground. Lovely, and then we're just going to do one more on the other side. Bring those legs in, drop them down. Okay, we're going to have our feet back in that hip width position, parallel, and we're going to do some hip rolls. So you're going to exhale as you go through that imprint, push down, curl yourself all the way up. Inhale at the top and squeeze the bum, and then exhale as we're pushing down from here, curling all the way down and back to our neutral. So we push down, use those abdominals, push up, breathe in, squeeze the bum, exhale, draw those ribs down as though they're closing in and curl back down again. So you want to be trying to think about kind of lifting one vertebra off at a time off the floor. And then on the way back down, again, one vertebra at a time, try and curl through that spine, really work articulating that spine. You might find there's lots of clunkiness where you've probably got a few vertebrae fused together. Well, it feels like it anyway. But the more you do this, the more kind of fluid it will become. And it's just really good on the back. Try and make sure that you've got kind of equal distribution on each foot as well, so that you're not kind of pushing in with the side of your foot or the heel of your foot. Okay, last one. And then rolling back down. Okay, come back into your neutral. You're going to take your arms up overhead. We're just going to do something for our shoulders. You're going to lift up through the hands. Lift up as though you're trying to touch the ceiling. Somebody's pulling those arms out of the socket and then taking them back down again. So we're inhaling, we're just going to reach up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Don't control it on the way down, just let them go back down as they will. One, and last one, down. Okay, you're going to keep those arms there. You're going to push in with your shoulder blades this time though. So you're going to inhale and push those shoulder blades into the mat and then release. So you kind of mid-back almost kind of comes off the mat a little bit. Okay, so just pushing in. Lovely. And one last one. So you're kind of narrowing across the shoulder blades with this one, whereas you were widening the last time. And lower those arms. And then we're just going to go and finish on our front. So you're going to lie on your front. We're going to do a breaststroke prep. Okay. So for this one, you're going to have your legs about hip width apart, and you're going to have your hands by your ears. Okay, so you're going to breathe in, and as you exhale, you're going to draw those shoulders away from you, draw them down the back, and just lift slightly. So inhale as you lower back down again. So exhale. I want you to think about length. So you're somebody's pulling you by the feet and pulling you by the head, okay, or the hair. Draw those shoulders away from your ears as if somebody's pulling your head out of its socket, basically. And if you're feeling anything in your lower back, I want you to think about drawing that belly button up as though there's an ice cube underneath your under your belly button and it's just a little bit too cold, so you're kind of sucking it in. So lengthen away. So it's all about shoulders and just really lengthening ourselves here. I want you to think about, don't just flop back down again as well. I want you to really think about lengthening as you go down as well. Okay, so keep those shoulders away from the ears. And we're keeping the lower ribs on the ground as well. So we're not lifting up too high and looking downwards. I don't want you kind of up here looking forward. We're keeping our arms, our eyes downwards, and we've still got our rib cage on the ground. Last one. Okay, now you're going to put your hands to your chest, you're going to come up and we're going to go into a shelf stretch. So I'm just going to arch over and just relax there. Just take a few nice deep breaths. Okay, so that was just a very quick intro into some Pilates, and what I'm going to do is, as I say, I'm going to do it every week. I'll do a little routine and we'll just do some slightly different moves every time. Nothing too complicated, because obviously everybody's going to be very different levels, but I'll try and give you some different variations if you want a little bit more of a challenge. But my thought process here was that we went for something that was quite relaxing and easy, and you didn't really have to think about anything else. It was stress-free, was my idea. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will post another one next week. See you there. Bye.